Hi all, Bones here from Oz Bantams, and today's job is fitting up this Mikuni inlet manifold up to this D7 Bantam. Now this bike has been, this engine has been built for a customer specifically for a trials bike. So he wanted a Mikuni carby fitted up. So we've got a couple of minor issues. The rubber boot, or the rubber transition piece, because of the hole spacings, you can't fit a nut or anything on here. So we're going to have to modify a socket head cap screw to be able to fit in there so we can fit this on. So I've got a couple here. It's just a matter of cutting some threads and reducing the head size of the socket head cap screw so it'll fit in the slot on here. So we'll get stuck into it. What we have set up here, this is in my cleaning bay and where I actually do my electroplating. There's obviously my parts washer there. And I'll just walk up here. Sorry for carrying the camera, it's very limited space in here. This here is my zinc plating bath. So this is the power supply here, and I've been electroplating some of the production run parts that I make, and currently in there are the two socket head cap screws I've just modified for this D7 engine. Over there I've got a couple of rinse baths, one dirty, one clean, and over in the corner there is a ultrasonic cleaner which I use. So what we've got here, we've got the anodes up either end of the bath. You can just see the anode there. There's an anode hanging off this one. There's a line that joins them together, the positive lead there, and the negative comes in onto the actual job. So they're happily plating off in there, which is good. And then I'll get back to plating all the other stuff I've got, which is for the jar that I'm doing up, and plus all the production run parts I've made. Okay, these are just barrel stud nuts that I've already plated up, and over there's barrel studs. They'll all get plated up as well. So whilst I've got the bath all set up, I'll get all those through. All right, what I have here is, because this bike is a trials bike, on a standard Bantam, your main shaft oil seal holder, if you go down to a small size front sprocket, such as a 12 tooth or something like that, the chain actually starts contacting around this surface here and cutting into it. So what we've made is a modified main shaft oil seal holder, and believe it or not, it's a 3mm thick lip seal that goes in the back there. So that had to be specially made as well. You can see it's a bit dark there because it's been heat treated and polished. So you can see the distance on a normal Bantam. There's not very much clearance there. I'll look at it, I guess 1.5 mm, something like that. Whereas this one, you can see even when we put the other plates and gaskets behind, there's a fair standoff here, so you can go right down small on your sprocket size. Plus, you don't get mud caking up around here as well. So thanks to a friend in New Zealand for giving me the initial plans for this. We've had to modify it because of the plans he gave me. The seal's no longer available, so we've had to modify it again. But anyway, the concept and everything came from him. He does a bit of trials riding, so it's great to have that resource. But we'll get that on in a minute. So that's our main shaft oil seal holder with the seal in it, and over the back that's the size of the seal that goes in it. Very thin. Alright, we've got it on, and as you can see the distance between there and there. It's a lot bigger. It's fitted really well. Very happy. Something to note, before you actually do these screws up, always fit this sleeve in so it will centralise the actual main seal main shaft seal housing cover, and then you can do your screws up so it's nice and central. So don't go doing these up until you've got that in first. And there we have it in place. So you can see how much clearance is behind the sprocket here and how much thinner that is. It's gone on really well. Very happy with that. So that's actually a 13 teeth sprocket on there, and see they've got plenty of clearance behind it. Alright, so got the carby manifold on, and the carby and air filter are all mounted up. So Time to start fitting up a CDI to this bike. Alright, we've got the rotor end and there's the stator sitting there. We've just threaded the cable through, so time to do the critical measurement on the face of the rotor and get that in and get the super cover on. Okay, our engine's all done. So CDI stator and rotor on. That's the cable that connects up to your CDI unit. On a D7 it's all bullet connectors, so it can actually go through this clutch cover right here. This customer wanted the whole engine vapor blasted. He didn't want any polishing done, so we've done that. He didn't he said, didn't say anything about the barrel, but I've painted it anyway. It'd be pretty silly not to, excuse me, not paint it when everything else is so nice and clean. What we're waiting on now is the customer's actually sending me a Mikuni twist grip with a cable to suit this carby. I don't have one, so then it'll be into the engine stand and we'll give it a test run. So it'll be interesting to see how easy it is to tune up on this little Mikuni here. Pretty impressed with it, and they're not a whole heap of money. Well, I didn't think so. So the whole setup, manifold, boot, carby and pod filter was about $260. So I'll be really interested to see how it goes. I'm pretty confident it'll go all right. On the other side, I've just got to fit up the kickstart lever and the gear change lever, but it's the end of the day. I've had enough. It's beer o'clock. So pretty happy with how we've gone. Plus I've been running backwards and, well, not running backwards and forwards, but zinc plating and punching that through all day too. And I've got orders in that I've got to process. So it's time to head off to the office and get some orders out of the way. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. And to a bloke in New Zealand, I hope you like the setup and you know who I'm talking about. Rightio, thanks very much. And if you liked it, subscribe. Bye-bye.